Hello and welcome to my first video, actually, but I'm just keeping it easy for me, and I am building a cute little complex today. I decided this lot had trees on it. I think they meant it to be turned into some sort of park, but I never listen to what the Sims tell me to do, so I am deleting all the things they had on there. And this is me taking an obscene amount of time deciding how exactly I want them to look. Sort of like outdoor complexes, almost like townhouses, I guess, in a way, is what I came to. I believe in a minute or two. Yeah, this is me being like, okay, I want a path to go down the middle, and I'm just playing out with different textures of how I want them to look, and different flooring, because I do like using flooring on the ground, and I liked the original stonework I put down. I just wanted something to like frame it, and I liked the way this looked. So this is what I went with. It's sort of like the main walkway into the complex area, the middle walkway, the hallway, if you will. And I didn't bring it all the way to the end, not because I'm putting houses there, but I want to put like a community pool there, so I left space there for that, because I think I only did 4 units, and I want like a front fencing area, so I am just picking my fencing, and I went with this more solid one so they could have a bit of privacy from the front, like street area. I thought that would be best. Try to make it as realistic as possible. I would not like glass fencing facing the street if I were a Sim. And here I start my first little square, trying to get a rough idea of how big I want each unit to be, because they're all going to be the same size. So you see I copy it, and then just adjust them to keep them even, but still leaving a lot of space for things. And here I'm building the pool fence, because all good fences, or all good pools should have a fence. Not all fences should have a pool. What? Oh my god. So I'm just playing around with the pool space, and also I kind of like didn't bring it close to the edge of the building because I want each little unit to sort of have an outdoor space for themselves. So that's why it's kind of like almost an L at the entrance of the pool to accommodate outdoor space for each little unit area. And now I'm just making the units on the other side by copying and pasting. Easiest way to do that. Completing the fence work a little. Just overall trying to be happy with the shapes I'm making. Adding the tiling to the pool area very painstakingly. I don't know why the fencing never caused me so many issues when trying to lay floor before, but today for some reason it was really causing me issues, so I had to keep rotating the camera. Usually I don't. I'm playing with the outside. Wanted like a really modern look, and to be honest, I think this is some of my favorite siding. I like it by itself, and I like combining the like black of this siding with like light woods and like stones, even some dark woods. I think it looks really nice. Now I'm deciding on a door, and I originally did pick and like this glass door, but I realized the doors are all going to be facing each other, and it's kind of going to be awkward to have these big glass doors facing your neighbor's big glass door. So I tried to pick something a little bit more subtle and maybe not as like, boom, there's your neighbor. So I decided on this one. Still has glass, still kind of airy and modern, but it's not like super in your face, the glass door sort of a thing. I don't know if that makes sense. It made sense to me when I was building it. Mostly I'm working on color palette mostly. So deciding like type of door, the color of the door, the color of the floor, and then trying to decide on windows from there. And I really played around with the spacing and the kinds of windows for a long time because I couldn't decide how open I wanted it to be. Because these two sets of big windows felt way too open to be facing your neighbor. But I liked having one big window, so I decided to keep one on one side and then put the kitchen area on the other side. I liked the gray, and I am trying here very desperately to build a cool like angular island. Definitely is right now when I'm realizing I don't have the BB move objects cheat on, so I am making sure it's on now. Makes things much easier when trying to do stuff like this. This is me trying to fill up the rest of the space to see, where I would put the dining room, where I put the living room before I finish the kitchen. I find figuring out kind of how you might use the rest of the space sort of determines how other spaces go. I was tempted to put a bathroom down here, but it made it too small. I still had to get stairs in there because there's going to be an upstairs. So I decided against it eventually. I played around putting the living room maybe over there in the back, but I didn't like it, so we can just get rid of all of that eventually. Once I realize it's stupid, right here is where I realize it's stupid. And I decided to stick with open concept. And just continue with the kitchen now that I have kind of a rough idea where I want things to go. I was playing around with maybe having closed off kitchen, but I didn't like how angular everything, like square everything was. And I did want to attempt to make this cool island, so this is where I decided to just do it. Just mess around with it. I started there, but then I was like, what if I attach it and then leave that side open? And you'll see what I mean. I'm going to move these windows over and the door over. And play around with the counter. And sort of try to move things where I want them. So we can make like a cool little... It's like not an L, but kind of a cool, weird, angular kitchen area. I like it because it just adds different lines to the space instead of just having a straight, boring, very rectangular island space. And this is where I decide to make the whole space one bigger, just so I can have that island space not be and feel so close to like the stove and like oddly shaped, because it is a cool shape, but I figured it was just like slightly too small, and if I made it just like the tiniest bit bigger, it would make a little bit more sense, be a little bit better. So that is what I did. Just made it slightly bigger, pulled out the angle a little bit for it, and fixed it up. I'm really happy with it. I think it's kind of cool. You can add like bar stools there. I don't think I added them any of the finished, furnished units, because I think I gave everybody a pet, or just didn't add bar stools for some reason. But when I built it, I was like, oh, this would be so cool for bar stools, and then I furnished all the places and I didn't put any bar stools. I'm realizing just now. Very weird of me. That was my awkward fail of thinking I had the room tool. I just had the wall tool. So I'm just building up so I can add stairs in. These modern open stairs. And I always forget to leave big open spaces so I can make my stairs angular the way I want them to be. Honestly, the stairs give me so much grief. I love that we can angle them now, but they're still very, very fussy, at least for me. So I put the stairs in this corner, and then just mirroring them for the other apartment. And I built a little wall there, so it wasn't like the stairs were at the top of the fridge. There was like some space. And I'm adding a glass railing to keep it open, but also safety. And I kind of like that little space under the stairs is like storage. And I think when I furnished a lot of the units, I put like dog beds or the cat litters under that stair space, just because it was kind of like hidden and cute, like a little nook area. I was honestly tempted, you'll see it later, but I was tempted in one of the units to make it like I was tempted to make like a single mom sort of house, and have like a dollhouse under there and like kids' toys and make a cool little nook for a kid. But then I realized it's only 1 bedroom like unit I'm making, and I don't understand why a single mom could afford like a really nice modern house like this and not have a bedroom for their kid. I didn't want to make one random 2-bedroom unit, so I changed my mind on it. And now I'm messing around with the furniture. I don't know why when I'm building, but I give like stories to it. This one is very like, I started off as like, oh, it'll just be like a model house or a unit sort of thing, but then it turned into like I added some personal touches, so it's almost like someone just moved in. So they have mostly just the model furniture, but like they're starting to add their personal touches to it. I thought it was kind of nice. I tried to decorate them all slightly differently, so it's still like the same base stuff, but you can see how it can work with different decorations. And this is me deciding I think I'd like an L-shaped couch there. So now I have to do that, which is very easy when you have the Alt tab on your side. I decided to use a longer one because it just kind of fits better. And I mess around so much with where this couch goes. Because I'm way too particular. I feel like everyone who builds things on Sims though, and is like super into it, is very particular usually about where things go. And I really like this rug. I thought it was very nice. I wish, like half the things in The Sims, I wish I had in my real life, because it would be so much better. I honestly wish I could decorate and afford things like in The Sims as well, like the mother load cheat. I would absolutely love that in real life. As well as this like end table, or I guess like, what would that be called? Like a boudoir maybe? I don't know. plants. I didn't add a ton in any of these builds, just because I kind of did mean for it to sort of give off the vibe of like this is a very newly built like condo sort of unit. So I didn't want to add overboard. Also, none of these units were like my personal taste necessarily. I'm probably going to build something in the future, which is like a house for my sim, which I've already started kind of working on the outside, but I haven't started the inside. And you'll see here I'm adding like cute little cat things, because I imagine this person just moved in, needed their freedom, they decided to get a cat, so they're not completely alone, you know, moved into a new place, needed a companion. And you'll see this is where I decided to put the pet food things most often. For some reason they just fit really well there. I realized this mat made way more sense in front of the sink than it did the oven. So that's what I did. And now I'm going to work on the layout upstairs, closing off the stairwell a little bit. I'm going to play around where the bathroom is. And that's the bathroom and bedroom. I also just realized just now, as I'm doing this voiceover, as I totally meant to make that little nook space outside of the bathroom area have washing and drying machines, like a laundry unit there, but I didn't add that in any of them. But that's what I meant to put there when I was planning this out, and I completely forgot about it. Honestly, the base game, like this base game door is probably like my favorite door, especially like indoor, like the inside doors. I don't know why I never make them that crazy, unless I'm doing like some like Victorian styled house or something. I never really gravitate towards any fancy doors inside. I used to just use this base game one in like various colors. I think it looks fine for every job. They get a fancy shower and a fancy bathtub, I decided. This young lady enjoys pink, hence all the pink things for her cat. What do I do next? I forget. I think I make the pool. I think I decided I needed a break from decorating. I don't know if anybody else who does Sims is like this, but I find if I do one thing for too long, I get bored. So I have to like keep changing what I'm doing, so I can't just like, you know, do every single unit, like furnishing it and like somewhat decorating it, and do all four and then go to the pool. I have to like do one unit and then like go to the pool, and then maybe go to like the windows, and then go to like landscaping. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. I just can't. And this is me building the pool and fixing up the ratios since I made the other side bigger. Make sure the pool's even. So I'm gonna add little beach chairs. And I'm realizing I left gaps in the fencing, so I'm fixing it. And I played around with leaving these front ones open and like maybe adding a gate. And I liked this gate. Where is it? This one. But it was teeny tiny compared to the fence. And if you size gates up, it doesn't really work that great. I just decided to leave them closed off and having the only entry be from doors that'll be inside. And this is where I just decided I should add that door that leads outside. I kinda played around with it so it wasn't like super awkward positioning. And there we go. Cute little outdoor area. I didn't add anything in them. And this is me deciding to do landscaping because I don't want to decorate inside a unit again yet. I also was looking at these outdoor spaces and being like, people can see right over those walls, like they're not very hidden. So I needed to add trees to make the front look pretty, but also give them some privacy. And I add pretty little flower bushes all around the base of these trees. And if you use alt, you can have like the flowers come out and hang. Like that one that I just placed kind of hangs really into, or like off the grid, I guess, of the actual space I'm building on. If you use alt, you can bring it out decently far off the grid. It makes it look more natural and like, I don't know, like overgrown, like bushy flowers. I think it looks nicer. Boom, landscaping. That was me reloading into the game because this took me 2 days because I have a job and a life, unfortunately, outside of building sim houses. I wish I just did sim houses my whole life as a job. I mean, if you like and subscribe to this video and my channel, I might be able to do it for a job. That was really cringe. I am so sorry. But also not. Please like and subscribe. Oh no. Adding the siding out front because tis an important part. And now I need to add all the rest of the windows. I'm trying to add different colors and sizes and like textures to the front because I think it makes builds more interesting. I thought the 4 windows was a bit excessive. I think I realized after I play around with the windows down here, and I don't like it. Then I realized before I do windows, I should probably put cabinets or figure out how I want the cabinets to be, so I know where I can put the window. And I am a huge fan in The Sims of open cabinets and like the shelving as cabinets. And I put these here and then I realize, again, I always forget to put the move objects on, but I realize that's where I want the window to go, so I shouldn't really put shelves there. Putting the range hood up. I should really start voicing over as I build because I don't remember anything I did. But I started building this and didn't know if I was going to post it, so I didn't do a voiceover. And now I don't know what to talk about because I don't remember what I'm doing. I also am jumping around so much. Oh my goodness. I build like a maniac. constantly trying to figure out where the windows on the mirrored places would go. And this, I think, is this where I discover I don't like the 4 windows, because when they're all where they're supposed to be like that, they look really funny. And then I play around with columns, but none of the columns were the right color. None of them. None of them were the right color that I wanted. And after this, I just remember is where I decided to not put the 4 windows so I don't have to deal with the column, because I wanted it to be that like light shade that like the door and part of the window is of wood, but they didn't really have a column that looked like that. They're all sort of like a darker brown or yellow, like a sandstone color. I hated it, so I did that, and I thought it fixed it really well. This is me figuring out where I like certain windows. I do keep that one. The ones I just moved down, I keep those up. And I get a different window. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. This is me realizing I should not have put those shelves there. Yeah, just get rid of them. Get rid of them, me. Get rid of them. It's fine. Get rid of them. No, not that window. I like windows in kitchens, especially above the sink. Kind of a sucker for it. This is me desperately trying to hang on to those shelves and realizing it's just not going to work. So I go with the cabinet again. It's fine, it works, it's fine. I'm looking to see if I like that window combination. It's a little crazy, but I like it, so I go with it. And then I decide to add that wood color into those windows because I realize they're the only ones that don't have it, so I just layer these 2 windows. And I think it looks cool and like a little bit more modern, because those ones kind of looked the least the style of all the other ones, and that somehow fixed it. Don't ask me how it did, but it did. And now I'm starting to do this unit. Adding light so I can freaking see. And this kitchen took me a little bit longer to figure out because of the mirrored state of it. Didn't take me as long to figure out once I got the gist of where like the island and stuff should go, but definitely it was super trippy at first. Like here I am like where? How do these fall? Like on what square does this go to? I realized it's like halfway sort of into this one. And I was like, okay, that looks better. Now I build my little island thing. Boom. And it looked close enough to the other one to me, so I went with it. It's really hard to eyeball stuff like that, but like that angle, they look pretty much the same. I think maybe the one I'm building now might be like slightly a bit wider, but it looks close enough to me, so I'm gonna stick with it. And this one I'm starting to decorate a little bit as well. When I was decorating it, I was like, they're a young couple who live here with their dog. Maybe dogs plural, but that's what I was imagining as I was decorating it. to their living room. Theirs is very oceany, if that makes sense. Because they have like the blues and then like the like wicker furniture. Then I start adding pet stuff for their dog. This is where I give in and just move them to the exact same place I put the other pet feeders because I like the way it looked there. And I really wanted to put a big dog bed under those stairs because I thought a dog might like the coziness of it. And then I add random like toys around. And then I do the walls. And then I realized I have to add that outside door. And I realized I missed the siding on that side of the complex. Which I do a lot, I miss things a lot. We're gonna finish off the kitchen. Should I leave that cabinet higher than the rest of them? Oh my god. Oh my god. No. Is it lined up, that one cabinet close to the door? Or is it higher than the other ones? Oh my god, that's gonna bug me. It looks lined up, but it also looks higher for some reason. What is life? And now we build the upstairs walls, which it took me a hot second to figure out again because of the mirroring. But I figured it out. We're good. I kind of made the walls to the bedrooms different in every one. Like each one has an angled wall, but I didn't make them all the same. This is where I decided to do the roof. I really like these when I don't want to do, and this is me forgetting I have to put the fencing down first before I do all this. It's been a while since I've done a roof like this, and I'm going to blame it on that and that alone. But essentially I really like going to the flat roof, putting this gravel down, and then putting like this really low fencing down. I think this one that I'm using right here is probably my favorite because it's a little chunky, so it adds a bit more texture on it. And this is me remembering that I was supposed to do that first, so that it makes the gravel really easy. Oh gosh. But yeah, that's essentially almost a full complex done. And now we have to make the other ones. This is me being smart. I'm doing the fencing first to make it a room, if you will, even though it's just fencing. And then this is me being happy with the way the outside looks. I didn't add any windows to like the street facing side just because I kind of like the idea of it being like a privacy thing. More landscaping around the pool because I realized it also could use a little bit more privacy, even though it kind of faces down into like, what is that behind there, like a river or like a I don't know, like a canyon or something. I don't know. I love layering different grasses because I think it looks so cool. Like the way the like bent grass looks in the bushes. I love it. Me adding more to the sides to make it a little bit better. Eventually add trees as well, right by the pool. Palm trees. And another little jump forward, and I'm decorating the rest of the units and the rest of the spaces so I can be done with this complex. I built like a couple things like this before in the past, but this is like the first complex apartment-y thing I've built in a while. I'm pretty proud of myself. Gonna toot my own horn. I would 10 out of 10 live here, mostly because they're pet friendly, and for some reason a lot of places in my city, like nice apartments, are not pet friendly. It's very strange. It's mostly dogs too. Poor dogs. Again, my inspiration when decorating this was like a young, I don't know, like working couple, and this is like their first like fancy big place together sort of a thing. I usually do add more if I'm properly decorating like spaces, but I was kind of doing the bare minimum for decoration because again, I imagine these being like very new units, so these people have all literally just moved in, really. This is me trying to find a rug that I like to go under their bed, and I decided to go with this fancy one. I kind of like the way the textures look together for some reason, and usually I hate when like weird random textures like the flowered bed frame and like the carpet would look together, but for some reason I liked it. So I went with it. I decided maybe I should do a little bit more decorating than I have been, so I added some like things on their night tables and like the dresser. What is that unit? Done. Oh, I have to add the dog bed in the stairs. I thought I did that. Maybe I did and the game didn't save it for some reason. I think that's what happened. And now we get to move on to the other side. Ooh. Just from the front doors. This is me painfully trying to line things up properly. I think these sides go a slight bit faster because I already know where everything's going and I already have ideas of how I'm decorating and everything. See, like, boom, already done the windows. Look at me go. See me realizing those kitchen windows are too low. Most of me doing this side of the complex was just fact checking with the original sides that I decorated to make sure everything looked right. The stairs giving me more trouble, but I figured it out eventually. Pop in the floors. I think I jumped to the kitchen, hit the walls, and then the kitchen, I believe. Light. I like being able to see. I'd given all of them small dining room tables, so I decided to give this one like a slightly bigger one. But I put it against the wall to kind of keep some space. You can still have the 4 chairs, but it's just like pushed up against that wall. And those are my favorite chairs in the game. And I'm surprised it took me this long to use them. Absolutely breezing through the construction of my weird, but I like it, angular little island space. Fact checking that they look the same enough for me to let it pass. Just had to bring it out the tiniest bit further. Boom, there we go. Then we go to cabinets, upper cabinets. And then I realized, I don't know why, I just forgot that I didn't put that many cabinets there. For some reason, I think I was going crazy at this point. I don't know. Now we're doing the living room, and I will say my inspiration for this one was kind of like a crazy cat lady, not even gonna lie. That was my inspiration. I give her I imagined her having 2 cats, so just so you know. It's very like, like your grandmother's seashell bathroom vibes. That's what I was going for this. I think I executed pretty well. this is what I was talking about earlier, where I was like, oh, maybe I can make her like a single mom though, and put like a dollhouse under there and like those string lights and make it like pretty. And then I was like, wait a minute, that means I'd have to make it a 2-bedroom, and that's just gonna be weird. So let's just give her 2 cats instead. Put 4 little bowls, and then I put some random cat toys around. And I'm adding the litter boxes. I think I add some scratching posts, I believe. Yes, I do. We gotta do the up the stairs. And again, fact checking to make sure I put the windows and the walls in the right areas up there. Oh my god. Wait a minute. Oh my god. I'm also just realizing that the windows I originally used on the first side I did are not completely white. They are white with like the light brown around the edges, and the ones I just placed, and I know for a fact I never change, are all white, so they're different colors. Cool. Awesome. I love when I don't catch things like that. Oh no. Oh well, it still looks fine. I'll definitely be going back and changing that later though. Oh god. Adding light so I can see. And then add the flooring. And I was definitely going crazy at this point because I added the flooring in the bathroom that I just go over later. Whip up the bathrooms because they all look the same, and all of them, they're all the same bathroom. I'm gonna finish off Cat Lady's apartment. And I really like the way I did the dressers for her, and like they have the mirror in the middle. Throw up the walls quickly. Lightning speed. It's definitely not fast forwarded at all. I'm just this fast. Completely naturally. And then I had a revelation that I should make one cool, single, edgy person in this building, so I decided to put a streamer in this building. Which I haven't got into streaming much, but I'm thinking about it. But I kind of wanted to make her like an emo chick. So I gave her I put the bed in like the corner, and then I gave her like the painted black dresser, and then like the gaming chair. And I wanted to give her 2 monitors, but I forgot the cheat to put multiple computers on the desk. I didn't want to, at this point, I was so close to being done, I didn't want to like mess around with it too much, so I just gave her 2 desks. And had a computer on each desk. So I put that one in the corner, and then I moved the chair, so it was kind of like pushed out from the desks. And another desk, and I don't yet, but I do rotate it, so it's not just like completely straight like that, because I thought it looked funny. twisted because I realized they kind of clipped together funny. And there we go. And then I give her like cameras. And I gave her a guitar. Yeah, I did. And some cool speakers. And some other little knickknacks, like fish. I gave her one of those gaming mats. I don't think I gave it to her right now because I wasn't sure if I wanted to add one because they are quite big. So I just jumped over to doing her bathroom while I decided what I wanted the rest of her room to look like. And I kind of realized the showers in each place look different, but then I just kind of said, whatever, it's good enough. And I do decide to give her one. I like play around putting it different places, but I was like, if it's at the end of the bed, fine enough, so I'll put it there. I could have sized it down, but I find they look funny. It doesn't work quite great. This is me finding the string lights. And I decided to give her pink ones. I thought I was only going to put them on one wall, but then I realized I wanted them all around the room, so I quickly, just made it easy on myself. So I could fast place them. Boom. Cute little room. I think, is it now? Adam. Oh yes, I haven't done her downstairs. Oh my god. So I finished her downstairs area. Now that I know her vibe is like an emo streamer goth chick. Took me forever to find chairs that I thought looked nice with the table. Gonna whip up the kitchen. It's lickety splickety because I actually know what I'm doing now. Boom. There we go. I just gotta do her living room. I wanted to give her really cool, fun, dark furniture. I like this one, but then I remembered I had this one, and I do just get rid of that one because, look at that couch. It's beautiful. I thought I'd give this cool pop of color. I thought it looked cool. It matched like the pop of color of the pink lights upstairs. I liked it. I accidentally upsized the TV, did not mean to. I wanted to give her a cool bookshelf, but it was way too big and crowded to put down here. But I was like, oh, the hallway. Boom. Awesome. The first thing I've actually put in a hallway in a build. This one, anyway. obviously the streamer emo chick one is my favorite one. That is the one I would live in. And then the last thing I had to do was add windows to some of the other sides. I thought I might put a window on this side, but I was like, yeah, I think I'll just leave it like the other side where they have no windows on the front. So I just decided to go with playing around with putting windows on the back. So I just go with the same windows I used. And then I add some of these little ones in the bathroom. And then it took me forever to figure out the spacing of these tiny windows, to make sure they're all the same and spaced out the same. Way longer than it should. And then I was very happy with that, so I left it at that. And then I went to do the same thing on the other side, which the spacing also takes me a long time. Don't know why I made it so difficult on myself. Because it's like 1.5 away from that other window. I had to figure out about the window in the bottom half because I thought it looked a little funny. So I decided to go with this window again and put it in like the living room area. Again, it's kind of like 2 from the outside. Again, the spacing for some reason was absolutely killing me. Usually I'm pretty good with spacing. I was not today. I was not at all. Do it on the side. And then I was trying to decide if they actually looked even or not. Which again took me forever to figure it out. Only to realize they were right the first time I placed them. Love that for me. And that is the finished build. I believe I call it like twin palms because I do add 2 palm trees in the back area by the pool. Right now, decided the fancy thing looked funny, so I wanted to add some shade by the pool, hence the name Twin Palms. Yeah, that is my finished little complex build. Thank you for watching my first video ever. If you did enjoy it, please remember to like and subscribe because it does help me. And it also means just, lets me know people are watching and seeing and liking. And gives me motivation to keep going, even though I probably will because I like doing this stuff anyway. But that's my cute little fun modern complex build. Bye!